All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachad, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on World War III escalations. Now, we got Matthews 24:6 popping off of the page, jumping off of the page, man. We got wars and rumors of wars, all right? We got actual war going on this planet Earth, and you see America getting drugged into the war that's happening right now in the Middle East, that's happening between Israel and Iran. If you don't know about that whole thing, well, I'll briefly go into it real quick. Now, Israel basically wiped out Hezbollah completely. They have a new commander now, like a new leader now, but they were almost completely wiped out. Iran, that's one of Iran's proxy groups, somebody that Iran fights through, right? So Iran launched an attack on them, shot 181 to 200 ballistic missiles over there in Israel, and they hit a lot, right? To even America had to deploy the Iron Dome system to help out Israel. But after they did that, Israel said that they are going to attack back. And they did, and they attacked back, I believe in October, and they called it the Day of Repentance attack. And they're saying, don't hit us back. Don't hit us back. We didn't even hit y'all hard. We just hit y'all because y'all struck us. Don't hit us back, which turned out to be a lie. Like, they hit them hard. And then Iran said, you know what? Nah, we're going to attack back. We're going to strike back, and we're going to shock the world. America comes up and says what? If you strike back, it's going to be consequences. I told Iran that in a UN meeting. And Iran's basically was like, bet, we're going to strike back. This is Jeremiah 50:45 jumping off of the page. The least of the flock shall draw them out. One of my favorite scriptures. Who is the least of the flock? It's talking about Amalek, them small hats over there, right? And who's the them that's being drawn out? That's America being drawn out to what? The World War. All right? Like the scriptures talk about, I believe it's Revelations 11. The second war was passed. Woes getting into what? These wars, World War. So the second World War has passed. And it says the third World War coming quickly. And when you look at the First World War, that only happened, it ended 1918. So it ended like 102 to 103 years ago, the First World War. The Second World War ended 85 years ago, like 1935. So you see that? This one gonna come quick, and we see it brewing right now. Not just this, we have some more war going on. We got Ukraine going to war with Russia. And America is using Ukraine as a proxy. And they crossed the line. And Putin has told them they have crossed the line. And so Putin, and what was the line they crossed before I get too much into it? The line that they crossed is they told America, they told NATO, do not give Ukraine the access. Slocky, I'm driving. These people crazy as hell. Said, do not give Ukraine the access to long-range missiles to strike deep within Russia. If you do that, he threatened World War III. So what does Biden do? He gives Ukraine weapons to strike deep inside of Russia. And not just that, Vladimir Zelensky, he hits X, formerly known as Twitter. He hits X and says, that he's been wanting long-range missiles for 2 years now. That's been on his Christmas list, and Santa finally gave it to him, which was Biden. And he said that he is definitely going to use them when he gets them. Man, as soon as this man got them, he shot them things right off. All right? And news just came out that Ukraine just hit Russia again. But in that first time that they hit Russia with long-range missiles, Russia shot over a mid-range hypersonic missile to show them something. All right, they couldn't shoot them down, and they hit. You feel me? So, he was showing the world that. Now you have, because everybody is looking like, wow, if Russia really do lock ass with Ukraine on full throttle, Ukraine, it won't be no more Ukraine. So now you have Biden saying what? That they're considering giving Ukraine nukes. They already crossed the line. See, America is a habitual line crosser. And he is doing he's crossing these lines, man. And it's pissing Putin off. And hey, we see World War III brewing because of it. Right? They keep poking the bear. The bear about to get up and really lock ass. All right? So, let's play a little bit of this video, and we'll end it. We won't make it too long.
Should Ukraine be given nuclear weapons to defend themselves against Russia? If you think no, drop a 1 in the comments. If you think yes, drop a 2. But wait until you see the latest policy shifts, the major escalations coming out from the Biden administration in the last 24 hours. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest articles and video footage so that way you can see it for yourself, as we are hearing that at this very moment there are emergency meetings taking place with what is unfolding between Russia and Ukraine. And we are also hearing that Vladimir Putin, Russia, right now they have given a very strict, stern warning specifically to the United States with what is unfolding. And I'm seeing those ones pouring in as people are saying, no, Ukraine should not be given nuclear weapons at this time to defend themselves. Like I said,
where everybody can see it, World War III is here. They already said World War III begun, because don't forget, they told you that they were at the end of the First World War and the Second World War. They told you that they were in the war, that, it happened and then it ended. So they didn't even know they were, it wasn't official that it was a world war happening until the end. And then they told the public that was World War I. Same thing with World War II. So same thing right here. We actually are in World War III already. It just hasn't reached its climax, right? Bear with me. I just reached my destination, but I still want to play a little bit of this video. So I'm going to pause it for right now.
Sharing with you the latest so you can see it for yourself. Let's take a look at the latest headlines that are coming out. Now, as you can see here, NATO is to be holding an emergency meeting after Russia uses intermediate range ballistic missiles on Ukraine. We are hearing that these type of missiles have never been used before, never been seen, and they are warning that they cannot be stopped, and this is being confirmed. Now, take a look at this with me. This headline coming out from the New York Times in the last...
Yeah, right. They hypersonic missiles. And the threat is what? If they can attach nuclear warheads on them, which they can, they attack nuclear warheads on them, then what? They're letting them know, look, if we shoot these missiles over there with nuclear warheads attached onto them, you're done, right? But guess what? They didn't get they just didn't get the memo. They're not getting the threat, or what's being said right now. So what? They're talking about giving them nukes and shit now. All right.
24 hours, Trump vows to end the war and could leave Ukraine with few options. Now, we're going to take a look at this here. There's something very specific I want to show you right now. But first, let's give a little bit of context. You'll recall that earlier this month, you can see November the 1st, NATO or nukes, while Ukraine's nuclear rival refuses to die. And we had heard that Ukraine had vocalized that they either must have acceptance into NATO or they must receive nuclear power to defend themselves. Here it says either Ukraine will have nuclear weapons and then it will be able to defend us, or Ukraine will be in NATO. NATO countries are not at war today. So we had heard that they said this was the ultimatum. Either we receive approval from NATO or we receive nukes. And this is because, as you will recall, back in 1994, they gave up their nuclear power. And they received a promise from the United States, from the UK, and from Russia. It was recorded in the 1994 Budapest Memorandum that in an act of good faith, they yielded over all their nuclear powers, saying that we must receive protection for doing this on behalf of of the world, and now they're saying that this has turned around to bite them doing this. Well, take a look at this article that just came out in the last 24 hours as they are discussing the plans going forward for Ukraine, what the United States is planning to do. And I'm just going to jump all the way down to the bottom to show you this one part. We're going to cover the details of this here later on in the video, but just take a look at this with me for just a second here. In this article, it says, so U.S. and European officials are discussing deterrence as a possible security guarantee for Ukraine, such as stockpiling conventional arsenals sufficient to strike a punishing blow if Russia violates a ceasefire. Several officials have even suggested that Mr. Biden could return the nuclear weapons to Ukraine that were taken from it after the fall of the Soviet Union. So we are now seeing...
You see, Putin is threatening World War III right now because of all they're doing right now. Let me get Isaiah chapter 13. This is Isaiah 13 and 17, and we read, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And this is talking about the Russians, right? You know, the original Medes, the real Medes are sons of Japhet, but Esau them pushed them outside of that land, and now they possess the land, right? When you go an ancient map, you can look, and they'll tell you what Medea. But yeah, this right here is talking about what? Russia, right? The Lord says He's going to stir them up against America, right? And we see them being stirred up right now. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You see, America is going to do something that's going to piss Russia off, and Russia is not going to want to be talked to. They're not going to want to sign down and talk no peace deals. They're not going to want to talk no ceasefire that you can't pay them off. You can't do nothing. They just launching missiles, you heard. You woke the bear up and kept poking it. They tried to warn you. He kept throwing his paw out there like, hey. But you're going to do something. You're going to cross these lines, and that bear going to stand up on hind legs and start tearing ass up. Huh? You see that? Could this be it? Could this be that? That line in the sand that's like, all right, bruh. We gotta do something now. We gotta squab.
Ukraine that were taken from it after the fall of the Soviet Union. So we are now seeing that they are saying that the Biden administration at this time is considering giving the approval to return nuclear weapons to Ukraine. So that
and I'm gonna tell you something. Russia not gonna lie, because Volodymyr Zelensky, he's gonna bust them things off as soon as he got them. That's what type of dude he is. You know? So Russia will, if America does that, Russia will pop off well before stuff like that. Don't forget, they wanted to give nukes to Poland like years ago. Like I would say like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, probably even more than that. They wanted to give nukes to Poland, which is basically putting nukes in Russia's backyard. And Russia said, you do that, we gonna nuke Poland. And that's why there's no nukes in Poland right now. You see that?
way they can fully defend themselves in this conflict that people are saying are escalating into World War III. And a matter of fact, we are actually hearing that Putin has said this is a global war. World War III has broken out. In 2024, Ukraine's former commander-in-chief is saying it is official. They are saying World War III is here. I also shared with you that Germany is preparing 800,000 troops.
Now, you're not hearing this on your news, Fox and Friends, CNN, CNBC, and all this other mainstream media rigmarole. You're not hearing this type of news. See, you would think a news channel would tell you that World War III has officially started, but no, they're talking about, I just saw something on there talking, the grandma who just broke a record by doing the most push-ups in 1 hour. Like, who gives a damn? And World War III about to pop off. They saying it's a shortage of everything. That's crazy. They said it's a shortage for everything. So we seeing the famine on its way. They talking about civil war and race war. They're talking about an attack before Christmas. Before that queen died, she said that, enjoy y'all last Christmas. And nothing happened, but they on it. But the news is not telling you things like this, right? You got to be on your watch, Side note, our brothers, man, we got to be on our watch. So when we go blow the trumpet, which means give a warning out there, cut this video, cut the camera on, and make these videos and upload them to the internet or hit the highways and byways, we can do that better because we understand the times that we're in. So if you are a prophet, it is imperative that you stay on your watch. The Lord says he has made thee a watchman. He has made you a watchman. We're in the army of the Lord. Okay? And a watchman is a soldier who was dispatched to the war. He got to look out to see if the enemy is coming. Like if the enemy is about to bust a move, right? And if the enemy busts a move, he's supposed to blow that trumpet and give warning to the city so that they can prepare, right? And if you don't, that blood is going to be on them, but it's like they're going to die in their iniquity, but the blood is going to be required at your hands. See, you're going to get destroyed for that. All right? But that's what a watchman is. But just like you in this truth, in modern day times, you're not on the wall, but you're in the house, on the internet, man, paying attention to the news, geopolitics, what's going on in the earth, right? And when you see prophecy come to pass, you cut the camera on it, then you make a video to blow the trumpet and give warning to people and show people how close we are. And it's good news to the brothers, man, and sisters of the hopeful elect when we see things like this and hear things like this. I might drink to this, But it's imperative that you stay on your watch, brothers. This is a part of your job. Now, just like that soldier that was dispatched, before he was dispatched to the war, to be that watchman, he had to train. Soldiers go through something called boot camp. So he learned the army way of life or the military way of life. And once you graduate, then he's apt to be on that wall. Or just like us, you just don't come in here day one, come in the truth day one. You trying to make videos and get deep. You don't know what you're talking about. You got to be trained up in this thing, just like that soldier. And then after you get the lessons, you understand the prophecies, you got the breakdowns. Then now you can hit the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying? Now videos and stuff start, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's hop right back into this video.
At this time, from NATO to go down to Ukraine to fight against Russia, we're hearing that Switzerland, Norway, Finland, they are handing out pamphlets to their citizens saying stockpile and prepare because World War III is here. Global conflict, nuclear war, it has arrived. And let me know your thoughts in the comments one more time. Do you think that Ukraine should be given the ability to defend itself with nuclear warheads? If you think no, put a 1. If yes, put a 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But like I said, I've got video footage and articles I'm going to be sharing with you so that way you can see the latest for yourself. And if you appreciate that while you're dropping those 1s and 2s, take a quick, why not? I'll keep you up to speed on yourself accountable to the community so that are they, Biden and Harris, pulling this stupid act? What are your thoughts, Steve? Everyone, deep prayers. Thank you for the super chat. And Kyle, I agree with you. I think that this is going to be extremely escalatory and it just feels like right now Biden is leading us to World War III. This is what we're seeing across headlines around the world right now. This is not just the opinion of the United States. We are seeing this. I shared with you headlines coming out from various nations around the world that are saying that Biden has approved nuclear war. He is sparking World War III with the major policy shifts that he is making.
See, we got prophecy jumping off of the page once again. Wars and rumors of wars. We got actual war, then we got rumors of war. Because China is rumored that China is about to take Taiwan, which is an ally of America, and then America is going to have to go defend them. But then China is going to do a devastating cyber attack before that happens, possibly with the help of Russia and Iran also, who are the people that hate America. Does not it say in Ezekiel 38 that I will put hooks in thy jaws? So that they're talking to Russia. And what? The hooks in the jaws, and it says, I shall turn thee back. I shall put hooks in your jaws and turn thee back. Back to what? That spirit of hating America. That spirit of that Soviet Union type spirit. Right? You see? And we see, hey, what's going on right now? Putin hates the hell out of America. Iran and all of them places, they chant death to America. So you even got North Korea just created the biggest ballistic missile in history. And it shot, and when they shot it off, they, did a test. It stayed in the air for like 80 something minutes. And they said that they can now hit America from anywhere. You see that? Headlines are coming out saying North Korea's growing nuclear arsenal. You see? We got wars, rumors of wars going on. And also, speaking on North Korea and Iran, because Iran is trying to obtain nuclear missiles as well. They're trying to become a nuclear power as well. We have the weak saying, I am strong. Joel chapter, I believe, 10. The weak saying that I am strong. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruner hooks into spears, roughly paraphrasing that precept. Right? And pruner hooks and plowshares, these are agricultural tools, to cultivate the land. He says, beat them into what? Weapons of war, swords and spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You see that? And now they're saying they're strong. Now they're threatening to do things to America. Now they're striking American allies and fear not what the consequences may be. You see? We're seeing World War, well, there is no more brewing, no more. World War III is here. It's begun. Now we're just looking at it get to that climax, right?
Right now, approving the use of long-range weapons, which we heard was a red line for Ukraine. Now also approving anti-personnel landmines to be used in Ukraine, which they're saying this is a major policy shift and very escalatory. Russia coming out and dropping that intermediate range ballistic missile on Ukraine, which they said had the capabilities of having a nuclear warhead and causing massive damage. This was messaging from Russia. And now Russia coming out and warning directly the United States, we will hit U.S. facilities and assets. We will respond very decisively. The United States, you better be very careful of your next moves. These are the warnings coming out from Putin.
Don't that make you happy? You see that? Hey, we almost out of here. But check this out. Let's not forget the MOTB has to come and be implemented in a big way before World War III really starts to take off. Right? The MOTB is going to come before those nukes. So, hey, if we say in World War III this close, how much more closer the MOTB? Man, we're living in some exciting times. This is why we got to do the best that we can. Don't be slacking on your videos. Don't be slacking on going to camp. All right? Don't be sitting out here basically just living life willy-nilly, but you just got the truth. So you feel as though you're saved. I assure you, you're deceiving yourself, because you really live in life, and you really just hit camp and do videos sometimes because you know it's the right thing to do. Especially in these times, we gonna have to show y'all Bashim Yahushua that we are serious. Don't be that man who's questioning maybe he should have done more work because shit just popped off. A big massive cyber attack, have all the lights off, military deployed. Something happened and they bring forth the MOTB. Family of the word start to hit, and now you sitting there looking like, wow, I should have tried harder. Don't be that person. This is the time to do all you can. We at the home stretch. And it feels like, like it's like you on a plantation. That last hour for some reason be long as hell, don't it? You at the home stretch, and I know that feeling. We're excited. We want things to pop off and stuff like that. But hey, don't lose focus. Don't lose focus, all right? Keep your eyes safe. Let's look at a little bit more than I'm in this video. I really didn't plan on it being this long, but
Biden just pushing forward, escalating things significantly. And as the headlines had stated, Donald Trump saying he would bring peace. He would negotiate a deal within 24 hours between the two. However, with what's going on, it seems that Biden is almost sabotaging.
And no, Trump ain't gonna do shit. The prophecies are still gonna come to pass, no matter if it's Trump in there, Biden. It could be one of their grandmas in there. It could be an AI up in there. The prophecies will come to pass, pursuant to Isaiah 34, right? It's Isaiah 34:16. We read, seek ye out the book of Yahweh, and read these scriptures right here, right? This is the Holy Bible. A Bible going back to scroll. Scrolls are made into, eventually scrolls were made into books. That's a holy book. Holy meaning separated, separate. You see that? Set apart. This is the Lord's book right here, the Holy Bible. Look, this is something that no other book can match up to. As a matter of fact, it says that in this precept right here. It says, seek ye out the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. No one of these what? These prophecies shall fail. All of them is going to come to pass. Not 99% of them, and then 1%, okay, it didn't happen, but we got about 99. No, all of the 100% of the prophecies are going to come to pass. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit, I skipped. It says, none shall want her mate. Right. None shall want her mate, which means you can't put up another book next to the scriptures. Nothing else equates to the Bible, or you can match it up with the Bible. The Bible has prophecy in it. You see? These are the Lord's words. Continuing. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
With what's going on, it seems that Biden is almost sabotaging.
Salaka, you got Putin, he's saying what? He said, hey, you better be careful with your next moves, because we will strike U.S. things. And, America will have to strike back. And NATO is you strike one, you strike all. This is why they're trying not to let Ukraine into NATO. Because the policy is, you touch one, you touch all of us. And they understand that they're locking ass with Russia, which is a superpower. America, Russia. So they're like, I don't know about that. Because to invite them to NATO will be direct war. And Putin also threatened against that. He threatened World War III if they did that. So guess what they did? They didn't accept them. And now they're like, now Zelensky is saying he wants to be in NATO, and if not, he wants nuclear missiles. We played that earlier. This thing is heating up. Well, it's heated up already. We just watching it build, 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 you know, until the explosion happens.
These potential peace talks that we had heard Trump said that he would do, and a lot of people saying this is just absolutely throwing a wrench in the plans that Trump had said. And they're saying this could even delay the transition of power. If we enter into all-out global conflict in World War III, Biden would then be leading the United States in World War III, many asking for him to step down, impeaching him, they're saying, for starting World War III, which then would mean Kamala Harris would be our president as we enter into war for the United States. So a lot of things are escalating, and Kyle, you're not the only one that is vocalizing that concern for what is going on. People are saying, what in the world is Biden doing? And now, as I mentioned, I just shared with you the headlines coming out in the last 24 hours from the New York Times. They are saying that Biden could be giving the approval to provide nuclear weapons back to Ukraine that were taken away in 1994 to allow it the right to defend itself. As Ukraine had said, nukes or NATO. And at this time, it does not look like NATO is an option. So Biden potentially could be agreeing here. They are saying, we are hearing rumors.
NATO going to turn on America too. It speaks about that in Revelations, I believe 17, 15 to 16. They talk about the beast shall hate the whore. The beast is NATO and the EU. It said the beast shall hate the whore and burn her up with fire. And burn her flesh, which means, hey, those members of NATO. Now, I don't know if members of NATO have nuclear powers. I don't know if they're nuclear powers, but they are going to partake in the destruction of America as well. Does not it say in Jeremiah 50? In 14th verse, all ye that bend the bow will shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. Talking about everybody who has nuclear capabilities to shoot their weaponry, shoot their nukes on America. You see that? And America has allies right now that are nuclear powers. Right? So, hey, we're just watching everything unfold. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. I hope this was edifying. I hope you can get something out of it. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.